War, in whatever name you call it, remains an unpleasant experience. Indeed, a total absence of peace and tranquility. The Russian-Ukraine crisis has tilted the socio-economic and political dynamics of world peace. Now there are over 5,000 Nigerians living in Russia and Ukraine respectively. On the Diaspora this week, we are devoting the entire episode on the efforts by the federal government of Nigeria to evacuate her citizens back home. We also have interviews with parents and students who share their experiences on the Ukrainian crisis. This is your favorite program, The Diaspora, and I am Koinsola Adetumbi. Please stay. The federal government of Nigeria has so far undertaken 4 batches of evacuations since the war broke out in Ukraine. The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs was on hand at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, to receive the evacuees as facilitated by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Well, I feel very relieved because our government has been very, very proactive. Mr. President has done all the needful, and he directed that all Nigerians living in these countries should be brought back home in safety and in dignity, and that is what we have done. You can see we've started the evacuation. A flight came this morning, another one just arrived, and we're expecting another one. So we give glory to God that these Nigerians are brought back home safely. That is a big relief for us as a government, and I can assure you no Nigerian will be left behind as directed by His Excellency Mr. President. Also on hand was the Director, Consular and Legal Services at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Bolaji Akiremi.
It was a smooth one. The pilot, the captain and the crew were very friendly. As a matter of fact, they knew the experience because they too had to sleep overnight. The one we came with changed hand with them. They were the one to bring us back. And they also had, they knew the challenges we had, so they spoke to those students very calmly, and we were very, very. It was a good journey.
Okay, so now we have reports that there are some other Nigerians, about 50 of them, left behind. What is the plan?
More than 50 in Poland. Yes. We took yesterday. If we had come, we would probably not be full load because by the time we finish checking in, we were 159. And the capacity was 180. So, but by the time we couldn't go, more people had come. So we completed the 180 and we took 3 extra. But these are infants. So we left over 50 who could not come. But you know, this is supposed to be a daily affair. It's supposed to be a continuous affair. So when we'll now have information that there are more number for Poland, we'll go. But for a place like Romania or Hungary, they are likely to have number on ground now. So the strategy we are looking at, since they are all Europe and very close to each other, we'll probably take a flight that can hop from one place to the other.
The federal government efforts to evacuate her citizens paid off as both students and parents expressed joy at reuniting with their loved ones.
I have to thank federal government, especially our president, Alhaji Muhammadu Buhari. Is a father. Immediately he had this, they take action. Together the Minister of Foreign Affairs and our sister Abike Dabiri, we have to thank them very well for the action they take. Is a very good action to save a life of human being. I have to thank the federal government. They did a good something for them. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Very well. So for my own contribution more, I like when they come, don't let them be jobless. We are begging the federal government. We are begging the federal government. When they come, they see their documents, let them employ them immediately. So they will not feel that they go school for nothing.
I keep on calling the ambassador team there. So he was treated well. They gave them hotel, they gave them breakfast, lunch, dinner. I really commend the federal government because it's not easy for this hard time to sign $8.5 million for student evacuation in Ukraine. I commend the federal government.
Yes, we will commend the government. In any situation you find yourself, you will have to rely with your government. You cannot blame government. If you blame them, who will go and do the work? It's still the government. And the government is a process everywhere. They have to follow the process before they can get approval of what to do and what not to do. So we have to commend them first. Two, we have to be patient with all authorities on ground because everybody will do his best at the time he is supposed to do his best. We cannot say, okay, because others are doing it this way, we have to do it the way they are doing it because we have different laws. But I will still commend our government.
We were so scared. So in the morning, early morning, our house owner, he came and he asked us to leave. So we were running and we were all scared and panicked. So we went to train station from my state, Diaspora, to Lviv. So from Lviv, we came to Poland. So my side of experience wasn't bad. I didn't face any discrimination because in the train with my friends, like the Ukrainians allow us as females to enter together with the Ukrainian children and the women in the Ukraines. So we went directly from the Lviv and to Poland. So from Poland, like they gave us everything free, like food, clothes, and everything was free. Transportation was free, and from one state to the capital state where we will meet the embassy of Nigeria, it's free. Train ticket was free. We just show our student ID card, so they gave us free train ticket to Warsaw. That is the capital state of Poland. So from there we went to the Nigerian embassy. So Nigerian embassy was so helpful because they provide accommodation and food and everything, whatever we needed. The hotel was nice and good, so I'm really proud of Nigeria in that. And we were so lucky to have thanks to the ambassador of Poland. So he was really helpful.
As our education is on hold for 2 weeks now, we're hoping that the situation calms down. But if it doesn't calm down, then we'll hear from our school. But as of now, we are no school. Okay, I want to say thank you so much for bringing us back home and the hospitality in Poland. We got food, hotels, very comfortable, and yeah, all the movements and the workers in Poland. They were so hardworking, trying to get everybody to be calm and at least comfortable because we're coming from havoc.
It was a hectic experience. There was a lot of, I don't even know if I should call it discrimination right now, but a lot of discrimination. They were sending blacks back. We couldn't go forward with the other white people. I know that they were evacuating their citizens first. Yeah, but it wasn't done by the Polish nationals. It was done by the Ukrainian border people. Yeah, so as they went blacks get forward, they send us back. We had to find different means to go enter cars with people, using cars to escape the border. It was really, really hectic. And
not so fast. Look, I'm tired. I want to check out of this country for greener pastures.
Just calm down for a moment. Please sit down.
Do you have a job where you're going to? No, but someone is arranging,
Listen, Alenko. Checking out of this country without proper planning means one thing. Unimaginable begin. I've been in the diaspora, but legitimately doing great things at home and abroad. As I've been saying, without the proper footing abroad, the risk is not worth it. Listen, Alenko, it's better to be home than be trapped abroad, or even end up in prison.
So far, 4 evacuations have been carried out from Romania, Poland and Hungary. Nigerian nationals have arrived to Nigeria.
The federal government is excited that you are safely back home to your relatives, to your parents, and we'll do all in our power to facilitate the process of transit to wherever you'll be going to. A token will be given to you, $100 note, courtesy of the federal government, that will enable you facilitate your movement to your various locations.
The federal government is also on top of the situation towards the evacuation of about 500 Nigerians stranded in Sumy, northeastern region of Ukraine. Nigerians in the diaspora and those at home have commended the federal government of Nigeria for its swift response in evacuating its citizens from Ukraine.
On behalf of the leadership of the House of Representatives and by extension the National Assembly have the role personally and officially played by His Excellency the Speaker of the House of Representatives for us to have the opportunity to really get to Romania, specifically the city of Bucharest, to be able to witness this process. What we have seen there is really traumatic on the part of the students. Some of them are on their final year level, some of them are just commencing. And unfortunately, we never envisage this kind of problem. But as I can see, the responsibility of every government is about the lives and livelihood of the citizens, protections of the lives of people and their property. And I think to that extent, the Nigerian government has really shown leadership. This might be the first flight landing in Abuja as a rescue mission from some of these trouble areas, but I believe subsequent other flights from places like Budapest, borders of Poland, and some other neighboring countries around the Ukraine area will continue as far as today. And I would like to also use this opportunity to urge the federal government.
I'm so excited to have you all here. My name is Gabriel Abdullah, Secretary, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And we want to thank God first of all, and then of course His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, the federal government and the good people of Nigeria for all of you that have made it safely back home. We are very much aware of the traumatic experience that most of you went through, and we know how much you have already suffered back there to be even able to get here. But I want you to know sincerely that we are excited to have you back home, and that government will do everything it can to get you back to school as soon as possible. Talks are already on to see if you can continue your studies either in neighboring countries to Ukraine or online. We are having these discussions with these other countries that are neighbors with Ukraine, especially Poland, Hungary and Romania, to see if we can have some of you go back, especially those of you that are in your final year medicine. So talks are already on. For your colleagues that are in Sumi, a lot is already being done to create a safe corridor to bring them all out. But while you are here this morning, we want to just let you know of a few things that have been put in place for you. As you come down in 2 files, we will walk straight to meet with Sports Authority, and there the Health Sports Authority.
So we're at the Polish-Ukrainian border, the shelter where our people are being received, and the Nigerians in Diaspora organization Poland is stationed here trying to get our people to safety. So this is the shelter where they are, and we will try to get them to Warsaw tonight, and the shelter is quite comfortable though.
So I'm at the shed now where people are being kept, and we are here because they sealed off the border, so we can't get to the border. But the good thing is that they are not leaving anybody at the border anymore. Once they get into Polish territory, they transport them here to the camp here. So this is where we're going to be stationed for the next few days, trying to get people. And there are about 3 camps like this. I'm in one of them. The other ones are very, very far away from where I am. So I think that video you saw is true. I've been able to see about 7 Nigerians here. They are eating now because we want to move them to Warsaw once they are done with eating. So that's where we are now.
And now let's join Boy Alinko for some messages.
Not so fast. Look, I'm tired. I want to check out of this country for greener pastures.
Just calm down for a moment. Please sit down. Do you have a job where you're going to?
No, but someone is arranging,
Listen, Alinko. Checking out of this country without proper planning means one thing. Unimaginable begin. You know, I've been in the diaspora, but legitimately doing great things at home and abroad. As I've been saying, without the proper footing abroad, the risk is not worth it. Listen, Alinko, it's better to be home than be trapped abroad, or even end up in prison.
If you must travel, travel legitimately. Now over to our Diasporan of the week.
Our diaspora of the moment is Peter Osaze Odemwingie. Osaze is a retired Nigerian professional footballer who played as a forward and a winger. He was born on the 15th of July 1981 to a Nigerian father and a Russian mother. His middle name Osaze means God chooses for you. Osaze chose to represent Nigeria where his father was born. His first match came as a substitute in a 3-0 victory over Kenya on the 4th of May 2002. He scored his first goal in the 2004 Nations Cup qualifying match against Angola. In the finals, he scored in the 80th and 82nd minute against South Africa. In the 2006 African Cup of Nations, played in the semi-finals as the Super Eagles lost to Ivory Coast 1-0. He was also included to play for Nigeria in the 2008 African Cup of Nations. In 2008, Odemwingie was selected as an overage player for the Super Eagles Olympic squad, scoring in the quarter-final against Ivory Coast as the team earned the silver medal after losing the final to the defending champions Argentina. He has scored 10 goals in 63 appearances for the Super Eagles and also captained the team for the 2010 African Cup of Nations. Osaze has played for several sides over the course of his career. He was noted lately for saying, "I will encourage them." Even though they have different roots, British, Russia, Nigeria, but I am encouraging them and preparing their minds towards representing Nigeria. Congratulations, Peter Osaze Odemwingie. We celebrate you as our diaspora of the moment.
Thank you for staying all through the program. We hope it's been worth your while. And in case you have anything to share with us, please do not hesitate to do so as we expect feedback on our show. Remember, you can reach us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook at Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, on Instagram at NIDCOM_Gov, on our YouTube page at NIDCOM_Gov, on our Twitter page at NIDCOM_Gov, and on our website at www.nidcom.gov.ng. You can also join us on DSTV at NTA Network and NTA International on Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. on NTA International on Friday at 3:30 a.m., on NTA International on Saturday at 11 a.m., and on NTA News 24 on Sunday at 10:30 a.m. You can also join us on WAP TV on Thursdays at 9 a.m. and on WTV on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 a.m. And you can join us on Ben TV London at 4:30 p.m. on Saturday. I remain your host, Koinsola Adetumbi. See you next time.